we also have the concept of area. So area measurement. What's different? What is the same? What do we do? Well, what's the concept of area? It's almost so basic, we don't think about it. I don't think about it at all. I have a rectangle too. No, that's no. There we go. I have some unit that I decide on. Let's go with maybe centimeters. So I make a square 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter. That is then my unit area, 1 square centimeter. 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter. That's my unit. Then if I have a bigger shape, maybe over there, it doesn't have to be a square, just making it easy. When I measure the area, I'm really measuring how many times does this unit fit in to the given shape. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the area is then 9 square centimeters. So the concept of measurement is the same as a length measurement. How do I measure the length of this board? I take my unit, maybe a meter, and see how many meters can fit in. It's the same. I just need a unit that is appropriate. So it's something I don't think about until I'm sitting right in front of little Timmy and have to explain the concept of area to someone that has never thought about it. Then suddenly, what does it really mean? Now, there's good news and bad news. I don't know what the bad news is. The good news is we can adjust our method of length unit conversion and use that, as we'll see in exercise 11.4, for area unit conversion. The bad news, it might be a little longer, but it's not going to be that bad. If, for example, I take, let's take number 2. I'm not going to do them all because we'll see very soon. It's very similar. I want to know 2 square meters. What is that in square centimeters? The only thing I have to be aware of is that this over here, the 2 square meters, it really has a meter and another meter unit. There are 2 meter units because there are 2 dimensions. Just like this one, centimeters times centimeters, centimeters squared. So if I think of these as numbers in a calculation, I have 2 of these meter units that need to be converted to centimeters, which means I'm going to have a reference pair for the first one, having meters at the bottom, centimeters at the top, and I'm also going to have a reference pair for the other one. Otherwise, I don't get rid of both of them. I do them one at a time because I know how to from the length conversions. So from the first bracket, the meter cancels with the bottom one. And from the second bracket, the second meter cancels with the bottom one there. So now I'm going to have 2 centimeter units, which we condense to centimeters squared. So the 1 meter is 100 centimeters. That still comes from my table, just as before. I just happen to have 2 of them. And that then tells me what the calculation should be. I multiply 2 by 100 and by 100 again. So I will get 20,000. But I remember when I was little, I don't remember what age exactly, being very confused about how do I know what the calculation is. Do I multiply? Do I divide? By how many of them? Do I do it twice? I really struggled with that, I remember. And it's all a matter of how it's explained to you the first time. But if we focus on the setup and the method and the layout, then the numbers just follow that. I never have to think about the calculation. I do my setup, make sure the units work out, and then the calculation's right there. There's nothing to think about. So it's all in the strategy that we follow. It's going to be as easy as possible. The only downside to working with area is I have to convert everything sort of twice because there are two of everything. Now, I'm not going to do all of them. Let's go to exercise 11.5 and do one there. I think we have too many exercises because it's so similar. I don't think there's any need to beat this to death. But you can choose which one do you want in exercise 11.5. Number 1, 2, or 3. We'll do one of them and then a couple of the next one. Number 1, 2, or 3. 2? They're all the same, really, because the method is now established. Number 2, I want to convert 2 square yards to a number of square inches. Now I look at my table. Can I do that directly? Yards. No, I'm not looking at the right one. Where am I? Where's my table? What do I have in my table? I want to find the shortest path. I need to go yards to inches. I'm going to have to go through feet. Yards to feet to inches. So let's just make a plan. Let's just make a plan. So I know that this means the 2 is sort of irrelevant right now. It's a yard and another yard unit. I'm going to have to convert each one of those to feet because I'm sort of restricted by my table. And then I'll convert each one of those to inches to be in square inches. Okay, so now I have a plan. I didn't lay this out right. Oh well. I'll just do it over here. So 2 yards, another yard. Each one gets a bracket. And it's going to be yards at the bottom, feet at the top. Yards at the bottom, feet at the top. Before I even worry about numbers, I make sure that the units cancel correctly. Now I have 2 feet. 2 feet. And then I'm going to go feet to inches. And I'm going to do it twice because I clearly see 2 feet need to be canceled. Feet, 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 feet. And then I have the 2 inches that I want. Then I worry about the conversion pairs and what calculation follows. 1 yard, 3 feet. 1 yard, 3 feet. 1 foot, 12 inches. 1 foot, 12 inches. And the answer, or the calculation, is obvious. 2 times 3 times 3 times 12 times 12. Now, of course, I know what that is right away, but I'll let you contribute what the answer is. So it's all a matter of keeping track of the units, which is why I like this method. It's not a lot of writing, but I clearly see what needs to be done. But if you have some other version that you are comfortable with and that makes sense to you, you don't need to change at all. Yes?
I just have a question. So, like, the feet in the previous bracket cancels out the one in the next one?
Because it's all multiplication, I can shuffle these around how I want to. So I just make this feet cancels with this one. That one cancels with the next bracket. But I need 2 of them because I need 2 new brackets because I have 2 feet that need to be canceled. And based on our length conversions, we only know what to do 1 at a time. So I just do everything twice. The calculation might be longer, but it's not really more complicated. Just have to keep track of the units first. And people neglect units a lot. Until you do something like physics and units become really, really important. You're not really as aware as you should be. What do we get for a number? 2,590.
Oh, 92.
92 square inches. But notice how, can anyone confirm that?
Yes.
Okay. Notice how we didn't care about the calculation until the very end. If there's one thing you can impart to your students one day, or if you're already in the classroom, is to not be obsessed about the calculation. Focus on, make a plan, come up with a strategy of how to solve this problem, and the numbers will just follow that. We're too obsessed with the calculation from the start. How do I know? Do I multiply by 3? Do I divide by 3? There's 12 in there somewhere? I don't know. The setup tells me. There's no need to worry about it until the very end. I was never concerned with it. That is a very handy skill. You just not worry about the calculation. Ooh, that's maybe not enough space. Let us make a new page for the last one. Now we have time to do a couple. I don't want to do too much. The transformations will take a while, so I don't want to rush it at the end of the class. So we'll do that next time. Exercise 11.6. Let's do 2 of them. Let's do 3 or 4, and then number 1. So choose between 3 or 4. 4. So now I have 5.23 square centimeters, 2 square inches. Okay, well I know that this is going to be centimeter by centimeter. I'm going to have to convert each one of these to inches. All right, that's my plan. So 5.23 centimeters. Each centimeter needs a conversion, which can be done directly. Centimeters at the bottom, inches at the top. That gets rid of the first centimeter. I have another one, so that needs another bracket. Centimeters at the bottom, inches at the top, getting rid of the second one, and now I'm in inches. Both are in inches. My centimeter inches conversion that we'll just use for simplicity, 1 inch, 2.5 centimeters, 1 inch, 2.5 centimeters. We are approximating, but it keeps things nice and simple. I know I'm in square inches, so everything's good, and that tells me I need to divide by 2.5 twice. There was no need to remember what to do. There was no need to just magically know. I set it up, it is what it is. I never worried about it. Then I just do it. 5.23 divided by 2.5, divided by another 2.5, and I get nothing? I get nothing? I should get something.
0.8368.
8368. You can also round that to maybe 2 decimals, 0.84, whatever you prefer. The calculation follows the setup and the method. There's no need to worry about it. And if I follow that view, that approach, then it becomes easier to teach that to someone else as well. How do I set it up? What is the approach? Don't worry about the numbers. That'll follow. Any questions on this one? Let's do, I don't like decameter that much, so let's do number 1. And we've seen that they're not an increasing difficulty, so 1 and 2 are actually more difficult. 50 square feet into square meters. No idea what the conversion is, but I know how to do it. Let me come up with a plan. Because I'm going to need more space, let me write it out first, and then make my plan at the bottom. I'm going to have a plan. Where's my table? I look at my table. What is my plan to get from feet to meters? And I'll just do that twice. Feet to meters. Do I go up to miles to switch to kilometers, or down to inches to switch to centimeters? Maybe inches. I think that saves me one step. So I'm gonna go down to inches for both, then over to centimeters, then up to meters. That's my plan. Now let's do it. I just do everything twice. So I have feet at the bottom, inches at the top. That'll get rid of one of the feet units, foot units. Then I do it again. That'll get rid of the other one. And now I'm in inches and inches. So I'm over there. I don't have to worry about the numbers yet. Then I'm going to take my inches to centimeters. So it's going to be inches at the bottom, centimeters at the top, getting rid of one of them. And I do it again. Inches at the bottom, centimeters at the top to cancel what I had so far. Now I'm in centimeters squared. And then one more grouping, canceling the centimeters, getting to meters, cancel the centimeters, but do it again. Centimeter, meter, cancel, cancel, and I'm in the correct units. No numbers. Well, some numbers. The 50 is there, waiting. Then I fill in my conversions from the table that I will always have. 1 foot, 12 inches, 1 foot, 12 inches, 1 inch, 2.5 centimeters, 1 inch, 2.5 centimeters, 1 meter, 100 centimeters, 1 meter, 100 centimeters. That then tells me what to do. I need to multiply by 12, then another 12, then multiply by 2.5, then again, then divide by, that's 100 centimeters, then divide by another 100, but it's all there. I never needed to worry about what to do when. That would be very confusing. And if anyone tells you, oh, I just know what to do, I just know to multiply by 12 and by 2.5 and then divide by 100 because I'm awesome. That doesn't help anyone. Helps you, but if I can't help anyone else, then it's kind of pointless. This way is an explanation, just an explanation for why the numbers and the calculation is what it is. What do I get? 4.5?
I got 120.
I got 0.
Oh dear.
I got
4.9.
Okay. Let's not round and just tell me all the digits you see. 4.05 exactly? Oh, all right. See how, yes, the calculation does show itself, but I still need to put the numbers in carefully. Especially when I'm in a hurry, it's very easy to press the wrong button or do something not twice or whatever that could be. The frustrating thing about calculator use is when you get the wrong answer, you don't really know what went wrong. You just have to do it again and hope you get the same answer, and that somehow confirms it a little bit. Any questions on how to convert area units? Just focus on what's similar, what's different, what's the same. Yes.
Please remember to click the like button if you enjoyed the video, and to subscribe if you want to be notified of more videos. Thank you.